Yesterday, FIFA announced the last 3 finalists to get nominees for the best award, and obviously there was a very big omission. Lionel Messi was not even between those top 3. The top 3 was Cristiano Ronaldo, Luka Modric, and Mohamed Salah. We have to say that the best award is an award given for the best player in a complete season. Before, it was given to a player for the best year. That was, for me, a very bad decision because it includes half of a season of the past and the current one, which doesn't really reflect the best way to rank a player. So now that's actually a very good way in the right direction, even though I do not agree in overall with any kind of this award. Just as a disclaimer before starting off this video, I have to say once again that Lionel Messi for me is the best player to ever have stepped foot on a football pitch. Point. I just feel that he has so much more than any other player we have seen. No kind of award, no World Cup will ever take that opinion from me. And that's just basically something I just want you guys to understand. However, I won't be looking at this video from a Messi fan standpoint. I won't be doing that. I will just be looking at the simple facts and the reasons, the criteria, I'm talking about sarcastically here, that the FIFA used to rank these players for this award, because I just feel that they are so bad and they need to be changed because for some reason Messi is not there when in reality he should be. Just one more final thing to say, I will be taking a look mainly at Cristiano Ronaldo, Salah compared against Messi, because Luka Modric for me is in a completely different spectrum of the board. He's a midfielder, he has different criteria to be analyzed for him, and I think that universally we can agree that he had actually a very good season, reaching the final of the World Cup, as well as reaching a 3rd consecutive Champions League with Real Madrid. Also, one more thing before starting off this video that I gotta say, after watching this video time and time again, it may seem that I may be negatively talking about some players, but really I am not. I'm just talking about the criteria and I'm using what happened with the players to tell why this criteria is so wrong. I'm not trying to attack any player individually. I'm attacking the criteria, the reasons, the way FIFA manages this award, not the players individually. For me, Salah, Ronaldo, Modric, and Messi all had universally amazing seasons. So do not believe that I am attacking any player. I'm attacking the criteria that is being used for ranking this sort of award. So taking a look at the very first criteria that might be taken into account, who knows, it might be statistics, it might be how many goals have they produced for their team during the season. That might be a criteria. So we're gonna analyze that just for the sake of seeing why Messi is not here. So let's take a look at Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo played 48 matches, in which those he scored 48 goals and produced 7 assists, all combined, meaning that he helped Real Madrid scored 55 goals in 48 matches. That's a good ratio. He produced 55 goals. That's Cristiano Ronaldo's numbers. So that's decent. That's very good, to be honest. Mohamed Salah coming up next. He played 54 matches, more than Cristiano Ronaldo, and had 46 goals, which is a little bit of a worse ratio. However, he also had 14 assists for Liverpool, meaning that he produced 60 goals in 54 matches. In the case of Lionel Messi, we take a look at him and he played more matches than Salah and Cristiano Ronaldo. He played 58 matches, in which those he scored 46 goals, which is a little bit of a worse ratio than Salah and Ronaldo. However, he had 22 assists for Barcelona, which in total combined produced 68 goals in 58 matches, which is the best ratio out of Salah and Cristiano Ronaldo. So this might not have been a criteria. Who knows? In the case of statistics, Lionel Messi is winning. So why is he not in the best award? Coming up next, however, another reason that may influence the players, the reporters, whoever votes in this award might be how many of those goals were actually important, how many of those goals were actually relevant. So if we take a look, first of all, at Cristiano Ronaldo, we know that he had been clinical in the most particular competition ever, which is the Champions League. And I say particular because Cristiano Ronaldo, in my opinion, was only very relevant during the match against Juventus, where he scored that amazing overhead kick. I know that surprises absolutely everyone. It was a wonderful goal. So he has a very good, argument in this criteria. In the case of Mohamed Salah, we can say that Salah was also clinical against Rome and against Manchester City. I even went to watch the match at Anfield between Liverpool and Manchester City, so I know that he was influential. He had a very great game, Mohamed Salah, in that one. And now moving into Lionel Messi, you may say, oh, but what are you going to use to compare Lionel Messi? Well, I'm going to use the round of 16. But wait, you're going to compare a round of 16 to a quarterfinals? Yes, I'm going to compare that because that's the luck of the draw. We got Chelsea. We watched a very, very difficult team for a team like Barcelona. We all know that defensive team against Barcelona are our kryptonite. So in that sense, Lionel Messi still had a wonderful game. He scored a goal at Stamford Bridge. We watched the most influential because he had never scored there before, and took us back to Barcelona, where he scored another goal in the very first few minutes of the match with an amazing 1-2 with Dembélé, with Suarez, and then he scored from an amazing angle. Then he produced an amazing assist by taking away Cesar Azpilicueta completely from the game and the whole Chelsea team, and then he passed it over to Dembélé, which he scored an also amazing rocket into the back of the net. And finally, he just finished that off with another goal to Courtois. Yeah, and that's how it finished. Barcelona 3, Chelsea 0, with all the 3 goals made by yours truly. But there's no way you can be comparing a round of 16 to the goal from Ronaldo. Yes, there is, because Ronaldo's goal was only one goal. It was an overhead kick, which fine, it's flashy, but it's just a goal. At the end of the day, it counts the same as what Messi does. An assist that Messi does is the same as a goal from Cristiano Ronaldo. The 3 goals that he scored in Chelsea's knockout tie was even more impressive than the goals he scored against Juventus, because Ronaldo only scored 2 of them. One of them was a penalty and the other one was the overhead kick. Okay, it's fine. Do they balance out? I really don't know. But do you remember Ronaldo against PSG? Because I really didn't. Against Bayern Munich, also, he wasn't there. And in the final, don't even mention it. So where was Cristiano Ronaldo in those crucial moments for Real Madrid? It was other players that popped up. Marcelo, in my opinion, had a bigger influence in the Real Madrid team run in this Champions League. So I don't know. What do you think? And then just almost to finish it off, I gotta say, the criteria that FIFA puts into place for this award is just absolutely nonsense. We haven't talked about Luka Modric overall, but if we take for instance a Luka Modric and what he did, Luka Modric reached the final of the Champions League. Okay, fine, he won that, and then he reached the final of the World Cup. So where, for instance, could be somebody like Rakitic? Why is Rakitic like so far below? Rakitic won La Liga, and then he also won the Copa del Rey, and then he reached the final of the World Cup. That doesn't mean something, supposedly. Who knows? But then, for instance, Mohamed Salah, if we take a look at the criteria that they have put in place for Luka Modric, Mohamed Salah shouldn't be near the top 10 because Mohamed Salah didn't reach the final of the World Cup. He went out completely in the group stages, bottom last of his group, and then in the Champions League, he just got to the final. And just to finalize, if anybody out there want to question me about Messi, Messi is the only player out of the whole European elite that plays absolutely fucking every single position from the defense further forward. Sometimes you can see him as a CDM, weaving up play like Busquets does. Then he goes further forward as a striker and scores like 3 goals on a game. He can be somebody on the right hand side of the field and just has that one-on-one that people like Neymar are so good for. He can also be as clinical as Cristiano Ronaldo, but still have the intelligence of somebody like Modric or Iniesta. He can do absolutely everything. He's absolutely everywhere in the field, and wherever the team needs him, he is going to be. That's the thing. All the goals, all the assists, everything he has to his game are just bonuses to what he does, because the real importance that he produced for a team cannot be really seen by statistics. And I have analyzed that, yes, because that may be an influence for the FIFA to say what everything, but as I just have proof here in this video, is complete nonsense, because the coherence of the criteria that they use is just complete garbage. So FIFA, come on, you need to fix this now, because it doesn't make absolutely any sense how you decide these awards, and it's just really quite a shame, because you put your whole name, your whole institution into just something really stupid and something really incoherent. So it's up to you. Now the ball is in your field. What are you gonna do about it?